Okay, I figured you'd go around the back. Hi, guys. Happy Just Fridays. Yep, Just Desserts Friday. Mrs. Old Guy had to run outside to meet a friend of mine. He didn't. I invited him over, not remembering that I'm doing this right now. In fact, we got home like 10 minutes ago. We barely had time to get stuff at least somewhat ready. Mrs. Old Guy is outside, so she's not able to, isn't able to make sure I don't see anybody. Okay. She isn't able to read any comments or anything, and I guess right now doesn't look like there's anybody making any comments, so that's not a bad thing, I reckon. So today I'm sure, well, maybe you didn't notice. I can't say I'm sure, but I'm guessing that you noticed that there wasn't a dessert choice this week. I'm making this one for my brother Doug. It was his birthday a couple of weeks ago, and yeah, okay. So since this is the first live stream since then, or at least the first Just Dessert Friday, it's been a couple of weeks, so we don't have anybody in the room. That's not a horrible thing, I guess. I've certainly suffered worse. So.
Ed's here and Steve Russell.
Hey, Ed. Happy Saturday, or Friday. Steve Russell. Hey, good to see you guys.
And
hope you had a happy Thanksgiving, or happy Thanksgiving, happy Halloween.
And Sean's here too.
Hey, Sean. How's it going, man? Dude, I tell you what, that was some seriously gross fun last night. Yes, it was. I guess I'm just going to grab a flat bottom here. I'm going to start by separating a bunch of eggs.
Ed says, "Happy birthday, Uncle Doug."
Yep. It was on the 12th, if I remember. Is that right? On the 12th?
Something like that. I believe so.
This is the first stream I've had since then. I took a couple of weeks, I think. We didn't do a stream last week, right?
No.
Okay.
You were doing
doing the
Rocky
Horror Picture Show, which great fun. Both Friday night and Saturday night were sold out performances, so huge crowd and great reception, great audience participation. It was a huge amount of fun, but it was a super busy week. We had two rehearsals on Monday and Thursday, full dress rehearsals, and then the two performances Friday and Saturday. So it was a really busy week last week. Yeah. And it, plus being ready to do the now this last few days has been kind of busy also, getting ready for doing the the Hillbilly Hell Witch and this live stream and the one tomorrow night.
Yep.
It's been a little hectic.
Steve said, "Great challenge video."
Thank you.
And then he congratulated Sean.
Yeah, heck yeah, he killed it.
Sean said, "Definitely was fun and gross." LOL.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I got a weaker stomach. I just couldn't.
Jessica's here. Hello. Sorry I've been gone for a while, but I'm back now and just started myself some Chick-fil-A to
Oh, nice. Well, we got you a cold frosty one in the refrigerator, and as a matter of fact, if you look in the freezer, there's a cold mug in there that I had your name printed on. So, just so you know, it's always there. Oh, she wants to come in, huh?
Yeah.
Well. Okay, hang on a second, guys.
Do you want me to?
No, that's okay. I'm going to let my doggy in. There you go.
Steve says, "Bad job on the challenge, old guy."
Well,
Hello.
I tried. I tried, and luckily I didn't die, but oh, wait a minute, I'm keeping the wrong end here. I want to put the yolks in the bowl in this one because I'm using the egg whites. Swiss Swiss buttercream is similar to the Swiss meringue. They both have a cooked, whipped egg white. So I need six of these guys.
Jessica says, am I allowed to keep that mug?
Yep.
Also, how is your leg doing? How are the fur babies? And how are you two doing? Did you do anything for Halloween? Anything fun?
How many more eggs do we got?
4 or something?
Well, other than doing that, I guess I'm doing all right. My leg is still, my knee is still in the same shape that it has been. Next week, Tuesday, I finally get to see a different doctor. Guess I'm gonna make the guys some scrambled eggs later. I should have known better than to try it that way. Alright. It is what it is.
What'd you do?
It's only a couple of eggs, huh?
What'd you do?
What I do, I got, anybody that's done this knows egg yolk in the whites, and you can whip it till you're
Yep.
blue in the face and it will not whip. So we're just going to start all over. It's better to use room temperature eggs, which I had, but that's all right. That's okay. We'll make them work. All right.
She's helping you.
Yes, she is. She's always, whenever I'm in here, she likes to lay down right at my feet.
Eli says, I'll take a hell witch with extra witch.
I'm not sure what part was the witch and what part wasn't. I think without hesitation, I can quickly and clearly say that the bread was the best part of that sandwich.
Lisa's here.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Tom and this is Old Guy. How are y'all doing? How is your leg? I still pray for you.
Well, thanks. It's still the same. Still gotta see the. How many have? Let's see. That was 3. Good, just enough. Still got to see the orthopedic surgeon, and that'll happen this coming Tuesday, and then I'll know from there how I need to proceed to get my knee back in somewhat working order. At least, if nothing else, just a little less painful would be nice. Okay.
Sean agrees with you.
Oh, that the bread was the best part?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, everything except, I like pretty much everything in that, except for the horseradish. Individually, I could eat, I can eat tuna, make a tuna salad or a tuna casserole. I'll eat it. I like to rub and smoke the chicken livers. So, I would eat every one of those except for that. Okay, so to make this first part of the Swiss meringue, also the buttercream, it's kind of going to be a double boiler action here. I was hoping we'd have enough in here. Didn't have to pull out the big bag. All right. So 6 egg whites and 2 cups of sugar. It takes a little while to make this. So if you're in a hurry, don't make this. Another prep thing you're going to want to do before you start. Wet you a towel. Okay. And put it in the freezer. You'll see why here in a little bit. All right. Now this part. Pretty much gonna double boil this, and gotta keep it moving. You know, I don't want to make scrambled whites. So get the heat going. Once it starts cooking on this, it takes about 4 or 5 minutes of continuous stirring until the way I tell if it's ready is if you pinch it and rub it between your fingers. If it feels smooth, you're good to go. The sugar has been melted in. If you feel it at all grainy, you gotta do it some more. Otherwise, your buttercream will have a grainy texture to it. So, hope everybody had a decent Halloween after the Hell Witch challenge. We sat down and watched. I can't remember what movie it was.
Yeah, I can't
Some
think of
slice
it.
and dice movie, and enjoyed some smoked wings with an Asian sauce that I made, and a little bit of salad, and then some Halloween candy.
Yep.
Still have some left.
So Lisa says we made them cakes and school, so I'm not exactly sure what she means, but.
Made what cakes?
And then Eli says, I'm having homemade burgers with extra bacon, American and pepper jack, caramelized onions, barbecue sauce, and devil spit pickles.
Nice.
I love those pickles. Famous Dave's.
Oh yeah, Famous Dave's are good stuff. The it'll be a little while before we have our dinner.
Yep.
We had kind of a late lunch. Went to Taco Bell and I tried their decades menu. I just got everything on it, so I'm not quite ready for any dinner as of yet. It's gonna be a while.
Yep. Jessica says, have you ever tried Chick-fil-A, and what was your favorite thing to get there at Chick-fil-A?
Nope, I've never been to Chick-fil-A. They were kind of just starting to pop up or be around, I guess. I don't know when we came over here. I'm not sure how long they've been around in Colorado or whatever, but I was just fast foods just kind of went by the wayside for quite a while. You know,
Yeah.
I think we've only been to Popeyes like maybe once or twice.
Yeah.
You know, Carl's Jr., I think we've been there once.
Yeah, not very many times.
So there's just some that I have had and do definitely more than others, like McDonald's. I don't care what new special, whatever they have. I'm completely over McDonald's. And
Pretty much Wendy's too.
yeah, I'm just not a fan of, you know, the only fast food burgers that I really halfway enjoy are Burger King. But even they're starting to get so expensive that it's just, you know, it's just not worth it anymore.
Lisa said the cake you're making now, she's made.
Oh, a chocolate cake? I'm making a chocolate stout, by the way. And this will be, this buttercream that I'm making will be, actually I'm going to make a rolled frozen cake. So this will be inside the roll. I'm going to make a Irish cream buttercream. And it's a Guinness stout chocolate cake. And I will be using some Irish whiskey to make a chocolate frosting to go on top of everything. So,
Yum.
it is a delicious cake.
Steve says, when you prepare for these horrific challenges, does anxiety happen during the process?
Nope. I know it's going to be gross. I have no other expectations other than to know that it's going to be really bad and I'm not going to like it, but you still do it. You know, like that 1,000 sub thing I did with the fresh oyster, Vienna sausages, blue cheese dressing, and chocolate syrup. That was horrendous. That was the only one I guess I maybe had a little anxiety about, you know, because I know how much I don't like oysters, so.
And Lisa said yes. Chocolate stout cakes.
Yes, okay. Yeah, they're good. My favorite kind of cake is chocolate stout cake. Chocolate stout. All right, let's see here. How's that feel?
Jessica says, I bet you really miss me asking you about your mating call. Would you mind throwing one out?
Yeah, I don't know, I might. That's the thing about, okay, I'm going to feel that. Feels pretty good. It's the thing about mating calls. If you use them and they don't work, why bother? Okay, so this is going to go directly into the mixer, and I'm going to put the whisk attachment on.
Hopefully it's not loud for you with headsets.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad, because I'm not going to turn it up on super high speed. Get this emptied out.
Steve says Pop Soft probably feels the same way. He didn't show any signs of nervousness.
Pops off didn't what?
He didn't show any signs of nervousness.
No, you don't give a shit or give a care. He tried to pop out. Okay, so now we begin the whisking. That's about as loud as it's going to get. I hope that's not too bad. All right. So it's from this point. I'm going to give it like 2 or 3 minutes like this. Then I'm going to grab that towel out of the freezer and wrap it around the bottom of that bowl. That meringue now has to get down to around room temperature or so. Okay, I'm just going to use this same pan here. And I'm going to get my stout cake rolling. Hey, Polly. Beep. Thank you.
You're in the way, baby. Come here.
Okay, so I have to use a substitute because when I was just at the store a little while ago, I totally forgot an ingredient, but that's okay. I can make a quick substitute. Calls for sour cream. And I forgot to get any. So, but just like making buttermilk, you just need, in this case, cream and about 3/4 or half a teaspoon of lemon juice. Let it sit for a few minutes, and that'll kind of give me the same. Okay. Okay.
Jessica says that she didn't watch that challenge, but she will after this.
Oh, the Hell Witch Challenge? The Hell Witch Challenge?
Yes.
Or, oh, okay.
They were just talking about pop shops, so I'm sure that's the challenge.
Let me get rid of these eggshells here real quick. Ooh! That crashed! Gotta be careful what I'm doing here. Alright, well, so while that's doing that, my guineas. How many ounces? 11. So I'm gonna need cut in half. That's right. I forget that's a beer, not a pop. I'm gonna have to use one of these. So I need a cup and a half. I got 11 ounces. So I'm just gonna need to add a little bit of water to make up that difference. Okay. There. Okay, and to that I'm going to add the cocoa. Knock it loose here. It's going to be better to use something dry.
Yeah, no doubt.
Guess I'll pull this one out. Turn that on low. I don't want it on high necessarily.
Not quite enough.
Oh, we're all right. There we go. A cup of cocoa. My soft one. Right. Got two things of butter going here. I got to use the right one. Okay, so 3/4 of a cup, so it's going to be a stick and a half here. This only has to get warm, just enough to melt the butter. It doesn't. I don't want it to get to boil. All right. Get rid of this stuff here real quick. Okay, so now I'm going to start to try to bring the temperature of these egg whites down. It doesn't take long for them to start taking on a pretty velvety texture.
Joshua's here?
Joshua! Happy Saturday or Friday. Hope you had a good Halloween. Okay, so I'm going to pack that cold towel around there that'll help draw off a lot of that heat. Okay, what did I do with this? My whisk.
Jessica says, what is your favorite frosting? Is it frosting or Cool Whip or whipped cream? Hers is whipped cream.
Yeah, I like whipped cream. I suppose if I had to pick a favorite, it would be buttercream, like a Swiss buttercream
Yep.
is my favorite. After that, a regular buttercream, and well, I don't know, kind of topped for number one would also be a mascarpone frosting too. So. You're making me choose from things I can't choose from. It's like, which one do you want to give up forever? You know, pizza or hamburgers. Well, I don't want to give up forever either one of them. If I had to pick one, well, I couldn't.
Joshua says, I did. Did you have a good Halloween? Your clown friend had an upset stomach, LOL.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I don't know. I had a great evening. I had smoked chicken wings and, you know, ate lots of candy. Yeah. It was just, yeah, it was dandy. Pops off, yeah, I don't think he liked that sandwich one little bit. I was really surprised how fast Sean knocked that sandwich's ass.
That was
He
quick.
just he whipped it good. So maybe sometime this month we'll do whatever it is he's challenges to or whatever. We'll kind of play that by ear and see what everybody else's plans are. Alright, so this is all mixed together. Whoops! That little bit of butter tried to jump out.
Uh-oh.
So it's almost completely melted. That's fine. Very good. Alright. So there's the cocoa. I know it sounds like a lot, but about a half a tablespoon of salt. I don't think that's quite enough.
Eli says, this burger is hitting the spot. Spicy, barbecue, bacon, and pickles are the elite combo.
Yummy!
Stoner approved.
Okay, so let me get into some here, eggs. Okay.
Jessica says, I apologize for that hard, stressful question.
The hard, stressful question, about which one I like best. It happens. I mean, it's okay. I don't hold it a grudge, you know. Okay. 3 eggs. How much? That's what I'm looking for is my flour. 3 cups. So this is a half a recipe. 3 cups of flour. 1. 2. How many licks does it take to get the center of a Tootsie Pop? 3. Okay, 3 cups of flour. Let's that little bit. Okay, and equal amounts of sugar.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Time to pull out the big boy. Okay, 3 of these. Let's see. 1, 2, 3 cups of sugar. I don't know if that's all gonna fit. I'm gonna grab a different bowl. I'm not sure that that'll be big enough.
Eli says, would you rather become a vegan or never cook with salt again?
Say that again.
Would you rather become a vegan or never cook with salt again?
What kind of question is that? Just shoot me. just shoot me. Okay? That's good. Starting to peak up very nicely. Okay. Let's dump this into a bigger bowl where I got a little more breathing room. I still got to add the eggs and everything. Try to give this a stir around. Some soda. Let's see. A couple teaspoons of this stuff.
Can't really see the table from the lower of the camera.
Okay. Here, I can. Never mind. I forgot to move it back. Okay. So now I'm going to add the eggs.
Jessica says, how are your fur babies doing? I hope they're all good.
They're doing okay. For being hound dogs.
Yeah. Polly's getting fat again. She's still on a diet again.
Yeah.
She weighed 90 pounds today and stuff.
Okay.
Eli says, I'm going to need some pho tomorrow morning.
Faux, huh? Faux show. Hope this isn't too loud for you guys. Yum. All right. And with that, okay. Very good. So let me get it. Uh-oh. 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 Let's not forget my substitute for sour cream here. That's an essential part of the cake. They wouldn't have it in there if it wasn't.
No.
What do I do with my... I'll use the clean one, how's that? Alright. Well, at least I caught it before I went too far. It's gone too far. All right. What can I say? Slightly disorganized. Of course, that's just becoming an excuse. I'm never really ready.
Eli says we're going to be in the 70s. Got to start salting the driveway.
Holy mackerel. I mean, really, that's pretty much winter storm warning for you, ain't it, buddy? All right, I'm done with some of this stuff, so I can just get it out of my way. Use that later. Yeah, surprisingly, there's really none on the floor.
You're lucky.
I forgot there was that much in it. Oh. There's a 1 part per million of cocoa powder in there.
Jessica says, do you like coconut on cake?
Coconut on cake? Yeah, sure. I like coconut all right.
Eli says, definitely seeing a lot of sweaters being worn.
Yep, for us that's pretty much a nice spring day, or even a nice summer day. All right, wipe up some of this horrendous mess I'm making. Okay. Should have had that turned on.
Yeah.
Okay. Shows you where my head's at. Nice. Okay. So I deliberately want these long. That tail will help make it easier for me to roll this cake when it's done. Okay. there. Put this back where it belongs. Want to grab a temp on this, see where I'm at. Yep, still too warm. We're still sitting at about 83. It has a very marshmallowy kind of flavor and texture to it right now, like a marshmallow cream. So that's got to get down to 70 or so before I'll start whipping in the butter.
Ronald too.
Hey, Ronald.
That's awesome.
Happy Friday. Ugh. I know it seems a little redundant, doesn't it, to put a little pan spray down and put this paper in it. It's going to help keep it from sliding out on me when I pour the batter in, so it does serve a purpose. Okay.
Eli says I'm going to be having a few pints of Guinness around the fire today.
You are? I'm going to have a few ounces in a cake. Try and get this spread out about as evenly as I can. So this one half batch, as you can see, is going to make, I'll probably make 4 of these little sheet pans full, but it's going to make, I would say, about a right size for a dinner table frozen cake log.
So Ed says, how is Uncle Doug going to eat this cake?
I don't think he planned on eating it so much as just a fact of me making it. Obviously, told him I'd make him a cake, and he said chocolate. So and with chocolate frosting. So technically, it's going to be chocolate cake, and it's going to have a chocolate frosting, but it's going to have a filling too. Okay. Even that out a little bit.
Eli says, have you ever made dessert with your barbecue sauce?
That's a big negatory. I have not. I'm not sure that the flavor profile of my barbecue sauce would lend itself to making a dessert. Push that out of my way here. Oh, no. Well, I need to wait for the oven to be hot enough. I'm kidding ahead of myself here. I'm going to make 2 of these on the stream. You can just rest assured that I'll do the other 2 when we're done with it. And I'll complete 1 roll mostly tonight, and then the rest of them, I can just wrap them and freeze them after they're baked. Just wrap and freeze them. Then I can thaw them out and roll them up for, Thanksgiving or whatever. It'll keep for a couple of months or so. So plenty of opportunities to use it. All right. So this is pretty well thawed out. A little more water. Don't need it. It's plenty wet enough, but I'm going to do it anyway. Back in the freezer for just a few. Cool it back down, and I'll pull some more heat out of that. It's tough cooking dessert. If you guys have not checked out Sean and the Pack's channel, you should definitely do so. Unless Mrs. O got to drop a link for it if you could.
Yep. Eli says, will you be making your dressing this year?
I'm sorry, making my dressing? Absolutely I will. I'll make it when it's not Thanksgiving. Sometimes I make it and I just have it in the fridge to snack on. I've eaten it cold. Sometimes I'll throw it in the microwave and I'll cook it so long that it actually starts to get kind of browned and dried out on the bottom, kind of crispy. But for those of you that don't know, it's a pork sage dressing. So
There's his link.
yeah, there's a link for Sean in the Pack. Do you want some more?
Yes, please. Yeah, mixed up. I'll make that.
I don't mind.
Where's he going? Thank you. Yep.
Ah, let's put the cake in real quick. One thing about this chocolate stout cake is it's a heavy, dense cake. It's more like a cake brownie. It's very dense and without fail, almost every single time I have ever baked it, and it doesn't matter unless it's a sheet pan like this. The center always falls, unless you're using a bundt cake, and even then the center ring around the bundt cake will still fall a little bit. It's just the nature of the cake. That's how it's going to be. All right. Milk, cream.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Stir. See if that tastes okay. I'm gonna see what kind of score I get here.
Very good.
Very good. All right. Woohoo!
You get an A+.
I'm cooking drumsticks now.
Eli says cake plus brownie equals crowning. LOL.
Crowning, yeah. Okay. And let me set these for about 17 minutes. They shouldn't take very long. They're relatively flat, so. Get this out of the way. So it's going to take a stick and a half of butter to turn this meringue into buttercream. And then from there you can flavor it how you like. Chocolate, or I've made marsala Marsala wine. I've made just vanilla. You know, lends itself to just about any flavor.
Eli says, I like, I think, he says, I like Mrs. O.G. should give OG grunts when she samples, LOL.
Ah,
Just kidding.
some old lady in Colorado grunts. Somehow that just doesn't sound as appealing. Not that it sounded appealing the other way. I think just for the heck of it, I'm going to go ahead and drop this off. I'm just going to show you guys real quick. Inside of that, can you see that? See this?
Yep.
That real stiff peak that it makes. Like I said, right now, it pretty much has the texture of marshmallow cream. Almost has that same kind of mouth feel. Fixing to check the temperature here in a second. Took me a minute to figure out a while back when I first made this that using a towel, a cold towel, speeds the process up by about 2 hours. Just trying to whip it until it's down to room temp, it takes quite a while. Yep. Still too warm. Tastes amazing. You could put that on like a lemon meringue pie or whatever and have no worries because that egg yolk is fully cooked. Or the egg white. Okay. Okay. We're good just to let it sit like that for a while and let it ride. So the frosting is going to be a like I said, a whiskey frosting. I believe it's Irish whiskey that I have. So it'll be the Guinness cake, the Irish cream, and some Irish whiskey for the chocolate frosting. And that frosting is going to boy, let me try that one more time. That frosting will be cream cheese and whipped cream. A combination of, plus the whiskey, of course, some sugar, a little vanilla. There you have that. It is. Yep. The only thing I'll have to do is when these cakes come out, I gotta let it sit for just a couple of minutes, just to let that initial heat kind of cool down, and then I'll throw it into our chest freezer. And my guess is it'll cool down in about 10 or 15 minutes, roughly. I mean, it's cake only a little over a half-inch thick, so I would think that it would cool down relatively quick. So, and then after I get some other stuff done, I might finish it. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Thirsty. I wasn't thirsty after that shot of pepperoni juice. I don't like pepperoncinis anyway because of the vinegar. So, yeah, that was not a pleasant drink. I'd rather drink those tuna shots.
I like pepperoncinis, and I don't think I would like a shot of them.
What?
I like pepperoncinis, but I don't think I'd like to do a shot of them.
Yeah, I don't blame you because you really wouldn't want it. I can guarantee it.
Wild man said that you need a shot of Irish tea.
Irish tea, yeah. I got a couple of little bottles here. Just a couple little shooters of some Irish cream to put in the frosting there. I bought a bottle of Irish cream, I don't know, a couple of years or so ago. And my guess is it's probably not any good. It might keep fresh in your fridge for 6 months, maybe a year. But we're probably pushing closer to 2.5 or 3 years. So that's a lesson learned. Because I don't drink. It just sat in the fridge because this isn't the cake we make all the time. It's a rich cake.
Stanley says, hey everyone, hope you all had a great holiday.
Hey Stanley, it's been a bit, buddy. How you doing? How's Jordan? Hello to you too. Hope everything is well. I hope you guys had a good Halloween. That's for sure. And by the way, tomorrow night is some Filipino food, and so it's something I've never made, the chicken adobo. So looking forward to it. I always like, well, I guess that's not correct to say. I guess I always like trying something new. I don't like everything new that we've tried. You know, but it's only been one, I think, out of the almost, well, going on 3 years or a little more now on this stream. I don't think that there was many that I didn't like. There was only one, really. So, hey, that's not too bad. You know, I've tried a lot of new things in these last years. You know, so, and it's all due to you guys, and I appreciate it a whole bunch. You know, because hey, there's that doldrums that you get where it's just the same old thing. What do you want to have tonight? I don't know. What do you want? I don't know. So you settle for a burger patty, or let's make some tacos. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just when that becomes just about all you eat is like 4 or 5 different things all the time, it starts getting a little tiring. So it's nice to do these things and switch it up.
Yep.
So
Eli says, have a good Friday. I'm off to keep Halloween. LOL.
well, Eli, have a good time. Happy rest of the holiday weekend. Be safe. Don't get yourself in any trouble. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. I do. Wow, let's see, 7. I looked at the clock and I thought, what? It can't be 7 o'clock. Then I realized, oh, that means it's 7 minutes. Right over my head. Only doing it to myself. I'm the only one to blame. Try to draw that heat out. Takes a bit. Motor staying fairly cool on the old mixer. There's been a few times where that mixer's been pretty hot. I think out of all the kitchen items that we have, and not including the microwave, because that's a different thing. But as far as a kitchen utensil or gadget or whatever, this mixer gets used all the time, a lot.
So much he's even wore parts of it out.
Yep, yep. I wore another one out completely. Had to get a new one. So, I'd say that mixer gets used a minimum of 4 times a week, sometimes more. So, it's a handy little gadget. Five minutes, and we'll see what that cake looks like. Hopefully, it's not like all over the oven, or because I'm hoping that I didn't get carried away and put too much batter. Because it's a pretty thin sheet tray, you know. It doesn't have a lot of depth to it. We'll see how many of these I make. Well, just one for tomorrow. The rest of it frozen, like I said, froze up. And just ready to thaw out and eat. The trick is, let's see, now the last time I did this, and I had the extra sheet trays of the cake, some of them didn't get ate. But it was too late in the holiday season. Now I'm getting this one started pretty early. So I'll be able to use them up between Thanksgiving and Christmas. Because I'll probably give some away for gifts and whatnot. They make, a really nice holiday kind of thing. So super rich. And so because of that, I guess that's the only time you really want to indulge and have any. It's pretty. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm worse than JB. I can't think from 1 minute to the next what I'm saying. 3 minutes and some seconds. And we'll check the cake. Hopefully they'll be done and I can pull it out.
Yep.
If it was colder outside, I would just take the mixer out and plug it in out on our patio. Outside. Well, kind of inside outside. That would do it.
Natalie's here.
I'm sorry?
Natalie.
Hi, Natalie. Happy Friday. Hope you had a good Halloween. I know I did.
Natalie says Filipino food is bomb.
Oh, yeah. Like Filipino food. I think there was a soup that I tried once that I didn't care for. No, that was Thai food. Yeah, I'm not sure I've had any. Yeah, I don't think I've had any Filipino food, or at least not to my knowledge. I might have eaten something and not known, what was being served. But this, I think, will be my first experience. There was a couple of things that we couldn't find at the store that it called for. So I just grabbed what I hope will be the closest substitute.
Natalie says, what is the heavy letter of the alphabet?
The heaviest letter of the alphabet?
The heavy letter, yeah.
The heavy letter. Just tell me so I can die.
P. Even Superman can't hold it.
Oh,
New landscape and concrete.
what?
New image landscape and concrete.
Hey, new image. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. I'm just about a minute and a half away from pulling some sheet cookie sheets, small ones, making some chocolate stout cake rolls. Got some Swiss buttercream working here. Check the temperature in a minute. Should be hopefully closer. Got to get it out of the 80s. Otherwise the butter will melt too quickly, and then you just end up with really a mess. It doesn't turn out.
Then it says lumpa, Lumpia, and barbecue pork belly.
Ah, I bet it is good. I bet it is good. But I've never really had any Filipino food, so look forward to it. I think Dawn, it was a request from Dawn, and I believe it was either or chicken or pork. Adobo, and I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but I decided to go with chicken. And we'll see how that works. It says to marinate it, so it won't be as long of a marinade as probably it calls for. I don't know, I'll look at it tonight. If I think I can get away with it, I will get it marinating tonight and just show everybody tomorrow.
New image says, sounds good, I'm making ramen noodles.
Ramen noodles. There's nothing wrong with a little ramen now and then. Ah. Oh! Ah. Sorry. Ah.
Steve says, I enjoy the easygoing, casual Friday streams.
Thank you. I like them too. So those are done perfectly. Oh, come on. Sorry, guys. My knee locks up, and it doesn't feel very good when it pops out or pops back into place. So I'm just going to set this here.
Face the Ace is here.
It's the Ace. Hey, how's it going? Oh, I just pulled a couple of these chocolate stout cakes out of the oven. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see it now? Gotta let them cool, or at least one of them, just enough to get it into the freezer so I can cool it down and at least get one of these built. Normally this isn't something, I mean, I would make them, but it's not something that I would try and make in as big of a rush as I am now. You know, normally I would have the day to do what I'm doing. While doing this, I would be doing other things as well. So, but that's okay.
Natalie said, I caved and ordered a pizza for lunch, having no leftovers.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with pizza for lunch. We had pizza just the other day.
Lacey says, are you okay, old guy? I hope you get better, my friend.
Yeah, me too. Thank you. Back in June, I fell pretty hard and I jacked up my knee, and it's only been getting worse since then. And now it's starting this thing of where it wants to lock up on me if I leave it. Like if I leave my leg straight for too long, it'll lock up, or if I leave it bent too long and I try to straighten it out. Wow. You felt that when you like bend way down and your knees kind of pop?
Yeah.
Okay, think of that pop, only it feels like they're pulling your leg apart. Snap, just that quick, and it's not fun. But trying to keep good humor about it.
Says, I'm great and nice, beautiful kitchen.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Did a lot of this work myself, so I appreciate that very much.
Natalie says, I got Halloween candy half off today at Walmart. No candy corn left, LOL.
That's probably a good thing. Pops Off doesn't like it. Okay, I'm gonna see where this is at now. Oh, seriously? How can you possibly still be that warm? That's the thing about this buttercream. It's you can't rush it. That's
Basically, it says, "Oh my God, for real, my friend, prayers for you, my friend."
oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's kind of the worst of it. Of course, walking around. Like first thing in the morning, if I get up and I'm walking around, it's pretty good. You know, doesn't seem to bother me very much, but just a short time later, it starts bothering me, and then by the time we get towards the end of the day, if I've been doing a lot of walking around, I sure know it. I sure hope that they'll take care of it here. But we'll see. Okay. Woo! That's pretty hot. Okay, guys. I'm going to be out of view for just a minute. I put this cake in the freezer so I can get it to cool down. All right, mission accomplished. It's in there, and it's in a place that it isn't gonna mess up or anything. So I'll just pull that off and show it again. Get a couple of more poured. Did I put that paper away?
No, it's right.
That's it, yeah.
All right. So the fillings that I'm using, you can go anywhere you want with them. I've made a chocolate mint filling for these. I've made just a plain, you know, I guess whipped cream frosting. So it's whatever your imagination lets you have. So
JCA says, "I love to cook."
like what?
JCA loves to cook.
I as well. Spent a good portion of my adult life in kitchens. I do love to cook, but I don't think I'd like to do it for a living anymore. I just don't have the patience for it. I've had the opportunity over the years to try and go back, but physically it's not really a good idea, and really I just don't have the temperament anymore. I don't have the patience for idiots. At least none that I work with. Okay. Get the last little bit of this out. Okay. they had more than Halloween candy on sale. All the pumpkins that they were selling for $4 and $5 and $6 a piece are $1 each.
Yeah.
So I picked up a white pumpkin just because the meat inside is a little bit sweeter and it makes a slightly more flavorful pumpkin pie. I'm just going to transfer a little bit of that. Let's get these spread out here. Could have got that last pour a little bit more even. It's all right. There we go. Take another little bit. There we go. Just enough to kind of level them out a little bit. Right. Almost there. Try to even those out just a little bit. Looks better. Okay.
There's nobody here but silly girls. That was Daddy. There's nobody here, Polly. That was Daddy banging the chair on the floor, baby. Come here. Go this way.
Put these in. "17 minutes. Okay. That'll work. Pull this back. Let's see where I'm at, if I've made any progress at all here. It'll help if I turn it back on. Get a better reading that way.
Yeah?
Okay. Where am I at with this? I will try getting some of this mixed in. This is where we change up a little bit. I'm going to switch from the whisk attachment to a paddle.
Who's Polly barking at? Huh?
You want that, Miss Olga?
Yeah, I'll try a little bit.
Okay.
That's good.
Yay. All right. Tablespoon at a time. Start getting this whisked in. You gotta wait, I don't know, 30, 40 seconds or so in between each tablespoon. It's gonna be a minute, guys, sorry. That's just what happens. As you're going, as long as you're not too hot, if it starts to look like it's getting thin, don't worry about it. Just keep adding it like you have been. And it will kind of start to thicken back up. If you really feel that it's getting away from you, one of the best things you could do is just to stop. Take the mixer bowl and put it in the fridge for an hour or something, and then pull it back out and finish whipping in the butter. So that was just 4 tablespoons there. Takes a few minutes. I'm going to cheat, I think. Since I'm kind of rushing this, and it's a little warmer than I want it to be, I'm gonna add like some cold butter out of the fridge. Help drop that temperature down some.
He wants to know what's coming up next week for dinner.
Next week? For Saturday?
For tomorrow or next week?
Okay, so tomorrow is
That's coming up next week.
Filipino chicken. And the week after, I don't remember. It's been a couple of weeks
Yeah, but
since we've had a live, so this old guy we do have notes, so she'll take a look. Putting this in slightly smaller segments, about a half a tablespoon at a time.
barley soup and BLTs from Wildman.
Garlic what?
Barley soup
Barley soup and BLTs.
from
Coming up
Wildman.
week after next. Right, Uncle Wes.
Yeah.
Wild man. Let me see how we look. Yep. It's a little runny. I'm gonna give it, I might just stop right where I'm at. stop right now. I'm going to put this in the fridge. I'm sorry, guys, but you're not going to see this part. There's got to be room in here somewhere. Hang on a second, guys.
Do you want me to put it over here?
I got it.
Steve said next Saturday, sorry.
Yeah, so next week, Saturday, is the soup and BLTs.
Yep.
And this Saturday is the chicken adobo. And yeah, sorry about that, but there's just no way you can't rush the buttercream that quickly. That yolk or that meringue can take 2 or 3 hours to cool down enough to start whipping in the butter. It'll be okay. It'll be, I'll be able to work it and save it, and it'll be just fine. But it's gonna have to sit in the fridge for an hour or so. Then I can finish whipping it out. And when I do, I'll finish this cakes. I need the mixer bowl to mix my next part, so you're not really going to miss much, though. It's just going to be a little bit of whipped cream, some cream cheese, and I'm going to mix in some chocolate and the whiskey and a little sugar. Nothing fancy, that's for sure.
Steve says, hoping that dreaded turkey soup pops its head up someday.
Oh, turkey soup. I've got a bad thing about turkey soup. There was a guy that I worked for a short time. Around Thanksgiving, he would make a turkey soup at his restaurant. And I don't know, he'd still be selling it a week from Christmas. He just didn't care. He just kept warming it and warming it and warming it. And there was a couple times where he'd leave it sit out overnight, just in the, I forget what they're even called now, but just in the pan. He'd just leave it sit on the stove, let it cool down, just let it sit out. Then he'd throw some heat back on it in the morning. It's just about the most unsanitary thing. It got to the point where I wouldn't serve it. I'd let him serve it. It wasn't my place, but I couldn't serve it to anybody. I wouldn't serve it to anybody. I don't like turkey soup. I like chicken soup fine. I don't care for turkey soup. Don't know what it is, but it's something. Oh. So I guess I'll hang out until these next cakes come out, and we'll call it good. I'm not going to be able to get one rolled, unfortunately, but what will happen is I'll take a layer of that Swiss buttercream, and it'll be a layer about as thick as the cake itself, so maybe 1/2 or 3/4 of an inch thick. Roll that up and then put it in the freezer. After it's frozen, then I'll put the chocolate whiskey frosting on the outside and put it back in the freezer. And that's kind of how that goes. Yeah, I wondered about doing this. I could have made just a regular chocolate cake and been done with it. But that's, I guess, not how I roll. I don't like to do things the easy way, I suppose. Can't just make a chocolate cake. No, you gotta make a chocolate stout cake. Can't just use regular frosting. No, it's gotta be whiskey fudge. Can't just do buttercream. No, it's gotta be Swiss.
Jake Husden is here?
Jake, I think you're new to the channel, or at least new to the kitchen. Welcome. Fridays just dessert. It is not always a Friday just dessert. It just depends on what is up for vote. And let me kind of give you just a brief rundown. On Saturday nights, I cook the dinners that were requested by you guys. I draw a name out of a basket or draw a dinner, and that's what we prepared. This Saturday, tomorrow, will be chicken adobo, Filipino food. The weekend after that will be beef barley soup and BLTs.
Yep.
So, the menu is from A to Z. It's what you guys have asked me to cook. And every week there is a voting for what side dish you would like to see with that dinner and a choice of 3 desserts. If it's a dessert that requires, like this one does, a baking and other preparation, well, it's not going to be ready if I try to do it tomorrow. So I've been starting to do this Friday live streams, which is just dessert, and it's going to be specifically for the next night. So that's what I'm making, a chocolate stout cake roll tonight. Miss old guy, right there. You got some of that meringue.
Natalie says, I'm off this weekend, so I'll hop on tomorrow for your live stream.
Awesome. That would be great, Natalie. My live stream is at 2 p.m. Mountain Time. So I think if you're as far west or east as like Ohio, that's 2 hours ahead. So that would be 4 o'clock and 3 o'clock on the if you're out on the west coast. So, and if you're all the way east, then it's going to be, I think, a 3-hour difference. So just kind of look at the posting, and it'll show you the time that it starts in your time zone. So
Yep. Jake says, how are you doing today? I'm doing okay. And then he says, did you like the song I did for you?
what song did you for me?
And he said, liked and shared.
I'm confused. If there is a song that you did, I don't know I don't think you could leave a link if it's a video, but you can sure put the title down, and I will definitely check it out. I guess I'm blissfully unaware.
Natalie says, I'm in the middle of nowhere in Illinois. Hello.
Middle of nowhere, yeah. I'm not in the middle of nowhere, but you can see it from here.
There's an hour's difference between us and you then, Natalie.
Yep. So, yeah, I had no idea.
Jake says, I'm in the central. Me and Natalie are in the same time zone.
Oh, okay. Well, good. So it'll be, whatever time it is. It's a little more laid back today, especially on days that it's just dessert. Get to hang out a little bit more, which is good at the moment. I got some physical injuries that, it's just easier for me to sit down. But it hasn't kept me from doing this, so that's a good thing. We are about a half a minute away from these next 2 cakes coming out. If you can't see, there's the chocolate stout sheet. It's not very thick, maybe a ½ inch or so. And that will roll up. It will.
Jake said that he put it on his YouTube.
Okay. If you just make sure that this little guy keep track of his name then,
Okay.
because that's how I'll find it.
I'll have to write it down. Let
So
me see that
yep,
pen.
we're gonna write it down. Oops, sorry. And I'll make sure that that I'll subscribe if I'm not, and I'll definitely listen to and leave a comment. So thank you. That's awesome. Okay, cakes. Beautiful. Okay. I think I'm just going to kind of roll out of here, guys. Like I said, that Swiss buttercream just wasn't going to be ready that quickly. There's just some things that you just can't rush, and that's one of them. I thought I'd give it a try. I gave it the old whatever kind of effort, one for the Gipper or whatever, but didn't quite come together. So it just needs more time to cool down to do its proper thing. So there's no sense in rushing it and then having to do the whole thing over.
Yeah.
So
Steve says, I hope you guys have a good night.
thank you, Steve. I hope you have a good night too. In fact, I hope you all have a good night. I hope to see you all here again tomorrow evening or tomorrow afternoon, depending on where you're at. I will be here, and we're going to make some chicken adobo, and I do believe that peppers and onions will be the side dish, and I'll probably make some rice too. So, okay, I'm going to get out of here, everybody. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a good day, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Natalie says, I wish I could cook like you, old guy. I burn cookies all the time.